We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns. Quick pass out to Miller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Miller.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A gain of 26 yards.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down.
Now Leonard Fournette. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Good.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Stafford. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And able to get this one across. Across the 45 before he's brought down.
Complete to Scotty Miller. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Tampa Bay.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's got Miller. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line.
A gain of 15.
A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Stafford's pass, intended for Scotty Miller, incomplete. It's 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. The Browns D locked in on third down. Brings up fourth.
Intended for a Scott
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Touchdown.
Ronald Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Buccaneers 14. Browns 7. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. They go with Chubb on second down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, Mayfield. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brought down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it's third down.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
On the coverage.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Landry now on the return. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Browns will take over first and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They run again on first down, Chubb. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 40.
Mayfield to throw it. Throws right side, and that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
At the 20.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones, but it's going to be second down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Mayfield now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
8 yards on the pickup.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield looking for the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll try again with Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have moved out in front. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Browns 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's got this down to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Kicker on
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A shotgun give to Fournette. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
Formation for the Buccaneers.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and long for Mayfield. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. On the return is Peterson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
But it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
1st down, Tampa Bay. Now
it's Stafford off the bootleg. That's caught by Howard. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll run it with Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford. This one into the hands of Burton. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Stafford, and able to find Dorsett. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Now Jones, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Touchdown, Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Buccaneers, 21.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Intended for number 13. Incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
With the score, Browns 28, Buccaneers 21.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get stopped up quickly.
Number 20.
Give him a yard down to the 43. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick. I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And, oh, this is Peterson remaining down on the ground and apparently in some pain. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Flush to his right. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. This is Jones. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Jones, the ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Buccaneers.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Sliding out of the pocket. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 44. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And a Buccaneer first down.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford. That's complete to his running back, Vaughn. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack.
And that takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 3rd and 2, Stafford. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Mayfield to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Down to 1 knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now to be interesting to see how they respond as a team, because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many wins as possible, even if it doesn't reach their stated number.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.